Tellenae was an ancient Latin town located in the region of Latium and is remembered as one of the communities absorbed during Rome's early expansion. Ancient sources indicate that Tellenae lay somewhere near Rome among the network of Latin settlements that surrounded the early city. During the early Roman monarchy, these towns often competed with Rome for influence and security in the region. The name of Tellenae is particularly associated with the reign of Lucius Tarquinius Priscus, the fifth king of Rome. According to Roman tradition, Tarquinius Priscus conducted military campaigns against neighbouring Latin cities, and Tellenae was one of the towns captured during these conflicts. The Roman historian Livy explains that Tarquinius Priscus fought a series of wars against the Latin communities and gradually brought several towns under Roman control. The conquest of Tellenae illustrates how Rome was transforming from a vulnerable settlement into an expanding regional power. By defeating nearby cities, Rome secured the surrounding countryside and strengthened its strategic position in Latium. In some cases, conquered cities were destroyed, while in other cases their inhabitants were relocated to Rome. This practice increased Rome's population and integrated new groups into Roman society. The exact location of Tellenae is still uncertain today. Most historians believe the settlement stood somewhere south or southeast of Rome, within the territory of early Latin communities. Some scholars suggest that it may have been located between the Alban Hills and the Tiber Valley. Archaeological evidence has not yet clearly identified the site, but ancient literary sources confirm that Tellenae was a small yet politically significant Latin settlement. Its disappearance reflects the wider process by which Rome gradually eliminated or absorbed neighbouring towns. Ficana, by contrast, is a better-known Latin city from early Roman history. The settlement stood near the mouth of the Tiber River, southwest of Rome. Ancient writers emphasize that Ficana held an important strategic and commercial position because it lay close to the river and near the routes that connected inland Latium with the sea. This location made the town valuable for controlling trade and communication along the Tiber Valley. Ficana is closely connected with the reign of Ancus Marcius, the fourth king of Rome. According to Livy, Ancus Marcius launched military campaigns against several Latin communities and eventually captured Ficana. After a siege, the Roman forces took control of the city and incorporated it into Roman territory. By conquering this settlement, Rome strengthened its authority over the lower course of the Tiber River. Control of this region allowed Rome to influence river trade and maintain stronger connections with the coast. Roman tradition also states that after the conquest, the inhabitants of Ficana were relocated to Rome. They were settled on the Aventine Hill, which gradually became associated with newly incorporated populations and plebeian communities. This relocation policy was typical of early Roman expansion, as it increased the population of the city while weakening potential rivals in Latium. Through such integration, Rome steadily transformed itself into a larger and more diverse urban centre. The site of Ficana has been identified with greater certainty than that of Tellenae. Archaeologists generally place it near modern Acilia, on a hill close to the Tiber River. Excavations in this area have revealed traces of an early Latin settlement dating to the 7th century BC. These discoveries support the historical traditions about conflicts between Rome and nearby Latin towns. They also demonstrate that communities like Ficana were real centres of settlement and activity before being absorbed by the expanding Roman state. The stories of Tellenae and Ficana help explain the early growth of Rome. In the beginning, Rome was only one city among many Latin communities scattered across Latium. Through warfare, strategic conquest, and the relocation of populations, Rome gradually absorbed these neighbouring towns. The disappearance of cities such as Tellenae and the incorporation of communities like Ficana illustrate how Rome transformed from a local settlement into the dominant political power of the region.